Hello, कैसे हो? कैमन आज हो? I know the excitement that comes with clearing any exam of this entire CA journey. अभी जो CA इंटर का results आया है, there must be so much of relaxation कि अच्छा अब एक हो गया है एक segment. But at the same time, there's confusion. Confusion तो आता ही है. It's like a bonus package इस पूरे journey में. The first and the foremost area of confusion is articleship. Articleship करना कहाँ है? Whether it should be big four, whether it should be small firm. Like big four हो तो then there'll be a good brand in the CV, shortlist हो जाएंगे, but then at the same time hours उतने नहीं मिलेंगे to study for CA final. So today Abhijeet Mutha and I will cover this confusion. He has done his articleship from Big Four KPMG audit, and I have done it from a small mid-sized firm. So we both are going to cover the pros and cons of the Big Four versus the small firm articleship, and ultimately we will state it out, and you guys will have an informed decision making. Over to you, Abhijeet.
No, thank you, Shreya, for bringing up this topic. I mean, it's very relatable. We all have been through this. सबको dilemma होता है कि यार big four में जाऊँ या small firm में जाऊँ, and how exactly it is gonna look into my career on a longer term perspective. So let's get the facts straight. First thing is, everyone knows that it's difficult to get in big four. So that is, I'm not gonna sugarcoat it. It is difficult. So I mean, there are a lot of filters they have कि यार ये attempt इतना चाहिए, ये चाहिए, वो चाहिए. So I mean, first thing is it is difficult to get in, but the second thing is कि it looks very good on your CV. I mean, like lot of when you're qualified as a chartered accountant, lot of company does have this filter that okay, we'll hire only from Big Four, or we'll give preference to Big Four people. So second is that your selection process or your CV scrutiny process gets kind of eased out. Third is that you get exposure to high level people, and at a very early stage of your career. For example, now I'll give you my example. I was with KPMG and was working with the auditing department, and I used to audit one of the Mahindra companies. And I mean, I like right from like what 16, I used to follow Anand Mahindra. I mean, he's such a charismatic person, and I used to follow his tweet, and I used to see, okay, I mean, I was like a big fan of him, and luckily I went to an AGM of this of the Mahindra group, and I actually got to see him, and I got to see how he speaks, how he carries himself, and all that. So it was like, okay, it was like a dream come true. But I mean, that was my X factor. Ki, acha, I got to see him in like what I was 20 at that time, and I got to interact with him and all that stuff. So that is a X factor of Big Four. Another important thing is that the money which they pay is way above the industry average. So I mean, at the age of 18 or 20, 21, you always think, yeah, I need some money to spend. I can't ask for money from my parents or something. So like they give you good amount of money, and in fact KPMG also has variable bonus. So that is like an add-on factor. So like that is one criteria which is like pro for Big Four. Now I mean, see, what the cons for Big Four are actually the pro for small firms. So I'll hand it over to Shreya to take it forward.
Thank you, Abhijeet. I think the personal experience interaction with Anand Mahindra was, I think, one of the best takeaways. Like, there's like everyone has their own very amazing experience. So the small firm is like we have one of the biggest advantages is the flexibility. They really understand the fact that you are an article intern over here. So I would get to go to coachings in the evening. Like I didn't have to go to the drill of taking the morning coaching and then going to the office the entire day. See, they understand, yes, you are an intern, you have an exam to give. That is one of the advantages and one of the pros of the small firm. Then when you are a chartered accountant, everyone around you expects you to know everything, like the ITR, GST return, the ROC filing. So I had an experience in all the divisions. I did some internal audit, some stat audit. I filed returns. I did ROC work. So I personally did not want to restrict myself at the beginning of my career that yes, I want to just do one division. So that was one of my requirements, that I want to have an exposure all across. The very good experience for me was you get to take a lot of responsibilities very early in your articleship experience. Like I went to the departments, I visited the tax department when I was in my first year itself. And I was like a kid in the candy store when I entered the officer's cabin and I handed in the files. I was like, yes, sir, these are the details. These are the documents. Should we proceed? And I was like, yes, I'm finally doing this. So the experience is hands-on. You get more direct exposure. Yes, there are cons, which are the pros of the Big Four. The it does not come like it's not a brand in your CV. Other thing is, since it's a small firm and it's there in every crook of a road, like in every aspect in every city. Like Big Four isn't there in all the cities across India. Small firms and mid-sized firms are. So you can definitely have yourself enrolled there and have a good articleship experience. Take out as much as you want if you are in a smaller or mid-sized firm. Highlight
I mean,
over here.
yeah. So there is a myth breaker. I mean, a lot of people think कि यार चलो तुम्हें बिग फोर से क्या है तो तुमको नहीं क्या जॉब अच्छे से मिल जाएगा या जो चाहिए वो मिल जाएगा या तुमको स्मॉल फर्म से है तो तुमको नहीं मिलेगी उतने अपॉर्चुनिटी जितने बिग फोर से मिलता है. So the myth breaker here is that we both work in the same team, in the same same company, in the same role. So we both are investment banking analyst with JP Morgan. So I mean, it's a myth कि यार तुम बिग फोर से हो तो तुमको जल्दी मिलेगा या फिर you get good opportunities. So I mean, see, this is a fact that we both are the same company in spite of having two different. I mean, I was into a big four, she was into a small firm, but still we ended up at the same thing and like have different backgrounds and different experience as well. So I mean, yeah, that is something which you should take away from this.
Exactly. So the crux over here is Big Four हो या small firm हो, ultimate choice आपका है, आपका end goal है. Where do you see yourself? Companies have preferences. Ultimately, you have to think it from the company's perspective. They have so many CVs. On what basis they'll shortlist? So Big Four is one of the preferences, but it's not the end in itself. So even if you're not getting to Big Four, getting to small firm, you can take the most out of it. But yes, if you want to get into Big Four, do give it a shot. So we have all the facts placed in front of you. Do make an informed choice. So when we were preparing for a CA final exam, there would be so many instances when we realized, had I known this before, it would have been so much better. So we at Mentorverse have collaborated and we have CAs from all different walks of industry coming together who are willing to share their personal experiences and mentor and guide the students, the CA aspirants who want to come on board. Do check out the link in the description box. You can avail all the services. Make sure you make the best use of the services there so that the mistakes that we have gone through, even you guys don't make the same mistakes. Thank you. All the best.